So this is to illustrate faith and works, okay, how they operate. So James right here tells us, okay, let me go back to that. He says, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is dead also. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. So this is the full package of faith. Okay, we have faith and works, and this makes up the package of faith. This is all faith, okay, right here. This is faith, and it has works in it, okay? Now, what if you tried to separate these two? This is what James is talking about. He says, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without works is also dead. Is dead also. So people will tell you, it's faith alone, brother. It's faith alone. It's faith alone. But friends, according to James, what happens when you try to separate these two? What happens when you say, no, it's faith alone and it will produce this over here? What happens? You've separated them. Now what do you have? You have a dead, hollow, unprofitable faith. That's what he says. Faith without works, without this, it's a dead faith. So you have a dead, worthless faith. It's a hollow, dead faith. Okay? No, you have to have works in this. And this makes up the full picture of what faith is. That's why faith is used interchangeably with works, with obedience. Okay? Now these aren't works of our own. These aren't works in the flesh. Listen, if we do works apart from faith, okay, like this, what happens? Well, we kill our faith. Our faith dies. If we try to go off on our own and say, I'm going to do these works on my own, these could be works of the law. These could be, hey, I think I'm going to do a bake sale for the school. I think that would be really, really good, and I think that'll get me some brownie points for God. No. These are works in the flesh. These are not going to profit you. Now, can you have works apart from faith? Well, you could, but it's not going to profit you. These are not works that are going to justify or help you out in any way. Okay, you can have works apart from faith, but they're not going to help you. They're not going to do anything. Okay, these are going to be like works of the law, works of the flesh. Now, but when you have these works that are in faith, that are done in faith, this makes up, like James says, it makes faith complete. And now you have something that's going to justify you. This faith right here, faith and works together. You can never separate them. So you people that say it's faith alone, what have you already done? You've already separated these. Okay? And likewise, James says that just like faith without works is dead, the body without the spirit is dead. So we have the body, okay, the spirit is in the body, right? And this makes up the whole package, okay? Body and spirit. But if you separated these, well, can you separate the spirit from the body? Well, yes, you can have a spirit apart from the body, but what happens to the body? The body dies. Okay, now there's no spirit in the body. The body's dead. That's what he says. Okay? And he says, just like that, faith, if you take works out of the equation and try to say faith alone, your faith has become dead. That's how this operates. Okay, it's got to be both. Faith and works are so inextricably linked. You can't separate them, guys. You can't. If you try to, you're going to kill your faith. You're going to have a dead faith. And that's why. That's the primary reason why preaching faith alone is so destructive. Okay, but because it gets the diagnosis wrong. If there's a problem, it gets the diagnosis wrong. Guess what? If you have the diagnosis wrong, then you're going to have the remedy wrong. So just like you go into a doctor, if he misdiagnoses your condition and gives you the wrong medicine, it's not going to profit you, most likely. Just like that, if you get the diagnosis wrong, if you say, for example, if someone's, let's say, cheating on their wife or involved in some kind of sin, okay, and you go to this person and they say, yep, I believe in Jesus. I believe he rose on the third day, died on the cross. I believe in him, and I know I shouldn't be doing this. I know this is bad, but I want to do it. Okay, and I've come across people like this that know their sin's wrong. They know they shouldn't be doing it. They know that Jesus died on the cross, but they just choose to do this. They want to do this, and this is extremely unfortunate. But friends, the diagnosis is wrong when you tell them. And really, if you subscribe to faith alone, this is all you can tell them. Because the diagnosis for you is, oh, well, since I believe in faith alone, the diagnosis has to be that you don't have faith. Okay? Not works. It has nothing to do with works. No. See, faith will produce these works. That's what they say. But the real diagnosis is that you don't have faith. So they tell them the only thing they can. That, oh, you need to believe these few facts. Okay. Well, so what if they believe these few facts? What if they believe in Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection on the cross, and they say, you know what? What if they say they still enjoy cheating? What then? Okay. See, this is a misdiagnosis. It doesn't do anything. You're giving them a dead, hollow faith and telling them that this is going to save them. It's not. Okay. Because why? Faith and works have to go together. See, now I can say, listen, you who are cheating on your wife, you need to believe in Jesus' death, burial, and resurrection first. Absolutely. Okay, faith. You need to believe. You need to believe Jesus' words. Faith. Okay, but then you need to actually do them. You need to actually step out and do. You need to stop cheating on your wife. Do you understand? Do you understand how these go together? You have to have both. It's not one or the other. You have to have works that are done inside of faith. Okay? That's the only ones that can justify. So if you come across someone cheating on their wife, the call is to tell them to not only have faith, okay, but to actually do. To actually do something to stop cheating on their wife, to go back home to their wife, to cut off all ties. Like Jesus said, to cut off your hand if it caused you to sin, to pluck out your eye if it caused you to sin. I mean, why didn't Jesus just say, if your arm caused you to sin, just believe in me? I mean, this sounds ridiculous, but this is what you have to do to the Bible to come to this conclusion of faith alone. You have to just ignore so many of Jesus' words. You have to say the exact opposite of James 2:24 and many verses like it, that no, we are justified by faith alone, not by works, even though it says we're justified by works and not by faith alone. And it's interesting because that's the only place in the Bible that mentions faith alone. And wouldn't you believe it, that it says that we are not justified by faith alone. So friends, if you are holding to this doctrine of faith alone, you're giving somebody a hollow faith. You're saying that they can have faith without works and that this can justify them, that this will somehow create the works. But guys, we have free will still. We have free will. The faith does not, Jesus works in us, yes, but the faith does not automatically make us do works. Okay, he's not going to force us to do works. He works in us, but he does not make us. He's called the helper. He helps us. He gives us what we need. But we have to do in order to make the full package of faith.